Hi, Traveling Troy here. Welcome back to another build video. This is build video number 4, where I show you how we installed this pass-through window boot. It's a window sill. So what is a window sill and why would I want to install it? Well, it's a 2 to 5 inch gap in between your truck topper inside here and your truck cab. I'm in the back seat of my truck cab right now. Well, there's no seat here because we removed it because we're going to be making some storage here. But anyways, it's this little gap between the two of them. And in order to do this, you have to pull both your truck window and your topper window out and install this seal here. This is not an easy project. In today's video, I'm going to show you the 2 attempts we made to get this thing installed, what went wrong in the first one, and what we did to fix it. So stay tuned, take a look, and I'll show you how we got this thing in here and made it leak proof. For the first part of this project, we're removing the back seat out of the truck. It had this little clip here you had to push with the screwdriver in between the top and bottom cushions of the back seat. It was sort of a pain in the butt. And here's the top portion of that back seat, and a look at what the clip was holding on to there. Eventually we plan to convert this back seat area to some nice storage, but that's not today's video. Today's video is about installing a boot in this back window. And here's another look at the back seat from the other side. We plan on removing all this hardware and the insulation, and we don't have a for sure plan yet, but we're gonna do something cool here. So at this point, we've pulled back the topper and we've started some window removal. Pretty standard on the window removal, but the truck side did have some really sticky, gooey stuff that was a mess to clean up. We also cleaned up the topper side as well, and there's a shot of my dad back there. Woohoo! And here's a look inside the truck cab after the window has been removed from the truck. Okay, looking much cleaner now. It took the combination of some rubbing alcohol, a putty knife, and just using a rag to make it stick to itself and just pull it as it stuck to itself. So much cleaner, looking good, and we're getting ready to install a boot now. So here's a look at the boot on the Amazon sales page. We bought the 15-foot version, and you'll notice there's a clip on both sides of this boot. One's for the cab side, the truck cab side, and the other side is for the topper side. As you can see here, it's about 2 inches wide, but can stretch to about 4.5 inches wide, which would be your gap between your truck window and your topper window. Okay, and here we are. We've finished the first run, the first try at installing this boot. Didn't turn out so well. As we enter the back seat of the cab area here, we now have a boot in place, which is creating a pass-through between the cab area back to the topper area. Pretty slick. The lower portion of the boot here looks pretty good. The problem is when you get to the curves and to the upper portion of the window, things go bad. I have to admit, I thought this was probably going to work. My dad said no way that it was going to leak. So I kind of rigged it to try and get it to work, and my dad was right. It leaked. Look at this, the bottom portion looks great. There's no problems down here. And then you get to the curve here, and it's kind of offset, so the more you go around this curve, the more one side gets longer than the other or shorter than the other. And now look at this huge mess that it creates here at the top. The water just collected in this channel and leaked over on the cab side of the truck. So since this was a complete fail, it was time to just pull this up, scrap it, buy a new one, and try again. So where do we go wrong in this boot install? Well, the top of the truck window was at least 3 to 4 inches below the top of the topper window. Your two windows need to be about the same dimensions all the way around. Now that I've removed the failed boot, let me show you some of the issues that we had with the installation on my truck. First off, the topper has curves in both the left and right lower corners. And the truck has more of a triangle shape in its lower corners. Also, like I mentioned before, there's this difference between the truck topper and the truck window of about 3 to 4 inches all the way along here. So let me show you what we've done to fix these issues. First off, we made corner pieces for the lower sections of the truck window. This allows the truck window to align better with the curve of the topper. Next, we're going to cut this aluminum sheet in half, and we're going to make 2 custom pieces to basically lower the window of the topper. And here's a look at our completed custom pieces, which is now lowering the top of the topper window. This inner piece is riveted to the outer piece. Notice how the tops of the windows are now way more flush than they were before. And we've also finished and installed the corner pieces here, and now it definitely falls more in line with the curve. So here's a full look at the upper portion of the inside of the topper, looking through to the cab of the truck, and those are the rivets. And now a look from the cab side, looking back into the topper. There's the corner piece. We still have some caulk to put in on this side, but as you can see, the curve is falling pretty well. So from this side, you can now see the exterior piece that we installed to the topper. This 1/2 inch difference between these two aluminum pieces will allow us a nice place to run that boot. Here's what a small test piece of the boot looks like on our newly installed aluminum pieces. Much better. And in case you forgot, here is what the first attempt at the boot looked like. It just doesn't work when they're uneven. Now we can install the boot the right way. It's probably best to start your boot at the bottom of the window, since water does flow down. Nice, look how much better this corner is looking than the first attempt. And we're about to install it on the newly installed custom aluminum pieces. Okay, here it is, our second attempt in the final product. Everything's looking nice and flush. The corners where their add-ons look nice. And the transition to the new aluminum pieces, look at that. That is nice and straight across. Beautiful. This is when it's good to have a build partner, because I was pretty much ready to say, screw it, let's move on to the next thing. But my dad's like, nah, let's get this thing fixed. We're both exhausted, tired of working on this, but we got it done. Yes! Well, thanks for watching another Travel and Troy video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more from this truck build series and travel videos coming soon.